Welcome to another Thinky Games stream. I'm Joel Goodwin, also known as Electron Dance, and I have been missing in action for 4 weeks. So I went to WASD X IGN 2 weeks ago, so you have to apologize for my tardiness of not turning up for that particular stream. I should be having a Thinky Games little video out about that trip in a couple of days, I hope. Maybe Tuesday, something like that. It's not quite finished. It's almost there. So hopefully that'll be up for your viewing pleasure. So today we're going to go through Billy Bumbum and also Void Stranger and Hexarchy. And we will do first what we usually do, which is go through all the updates on the Thinky Games website. Thinky Games. So I got like 4 weeks to cover here. So we've got Joe's Thinky releases update. Oh, I've been asked, are you the Electron Dance I've heard of on Twitch on this channel? Yes, I am. I am the Electron Dance. So this is Joe's update from August, where he's listing all the commercial releases that he managed to spot. Shadow Gambit, the Curse Crude, Neon Noodles, It's a Wrap. I don't know if I heard of any of these. Golden Record Retrieval, which we did cover on the on a previous stream. Abdeck, which is another one of these handheld puzzles, not on your digital downloads today. Art is Rifle. Packard Down the Bun Burrows. Nova Cloud Wars Dog's Tale. Ugh, I can't speak anymore. A Slug's Dream, which we did cover before as well. Ve Victus, a minimalist turn-based strategy game. Betty and Earl. Oh my god, there's so many things. Blockbuster Billy, Word Factory. Golden Idol Mysteries, The Lemurian Vampire. The Lemonade. Sushi for Robots. When does it stop? Joe, you have to stop. Circle Solitaire, which we covered on the stream. Million Monster Militia. And Aggregator Elevator System. And Leave a Comment. The most hardest puzzle of all. Then, of course, Joe has the piece about all the free and experimental games from the month. Honestly, we're on the cusp of October, so we're going to get a new one of these in a couple of days. Decarbonize, Spell Wound. I wanted to touch on this briefly as well. Salty Horse is taking a break from Cocoon to join the stream. Thank you, Salty Horse, for breaking away. I haven't seen Cocoon, but everybody's very excited about it. Everybody's forgotten about things like Viewfinder now. It's all Cocoon. Droplets, Trapper's Undoing, The Square Root of All Evil. Whitcup 12. I'm sorry I'm not spending much time talking about these. I normally have a little bit of a chat about each one, but we've got lots to cover today. Billy Bumbum, so obviously discussing the new release, but we're going to cover that ourselves in a few minutes. Stick to the Plan is finally out. Butterflies love Thinky Games. It is true. And the butterflies in my stomach love Thinky Games even more. Corey's done that, and Corey's also covered Battle Card, solo micro war games you can print at home or play digitally. I mean, they do look lovely, don't they? Yeah, I'm just gonna just gaze at the pictures for a little while. Look at that. You know, sometimes the act of holding and having a board game can be more interesting than actually playing it. You just like all the excitement of seeing all the bits and pieces. And then you actually get the bits out and be like, oh, well, I'm not sure I understand this. So Salty Horse was saying there's a web version of the first battle card from before the Kickstarter. I feel like we've had this conversation before. This is very strange. I don't think it's deja vu. Cocoon is finally out from the lead gameplay designer of Limbo Inside. So that's what everybody's playing. Thanks very much. So what else have we got here? So just a few things that I wanted to point out. Another game that I picked up recently. I think it was actually from GDC when Joe was actually giving a talk. And I think they had a bit about Awakening. So I just put this on my little radar. So it's finally got a Steam entry now. So we've got I mean, it's got that sort of I don't want to stretch this too far, but witnessy vibe, wandering around an area. There are videos to play. Obviously, that's like the thing you think about. Something to do with videos triggering puzzle, videos to solve puzzles. Then we've got Obsidian, which is a really old game. It's a Mist-like, and it's just been re-released after many, many years onto Steam. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't played it. I don't know if it's I don't know if it holds up, but it's one of those games that sort of fell into the gaps in time. Million Monster Militia was just mentioned on the Thinky Games list. I actually wanted to try and have a go at this on stream. I'm still begging for a key. And Talos Principle 2 finally has a release date, and I've got to avoid watching any new trailers and any new coverage because I've had enough of my spoilers. It's all done for me. There we go. That's it. Just a few seconds. I'm good. Capes is sort of I guess an XCOM type game. That was the impression I got, but involving superheroes. And finally, something that was mentioned to me by Zara Awesome, if I remember, Side by Size, which seems to be like a nice lo-fi puzzler. And it seems to be like buttons to change the sizes of things so you can get through the puzzle with those kind of switches. I don't know too much about it except what I've seen in this video here. So those are all the different bits and pieces that fell onto my radar. And I suppose we should get along with actually putting on the first game, which would be Billy Bumbum, which I assumed because the name was Australian. I don't know why. I just thought it was Australian. Billy Bumbum. That's got to be an Australian game. No, the developers from Amsterdam. Okay. Oh, so I was just looking for the comments here. So, Syntax was saying they were referring to Cocoon, thinking butterflies came from there when they said butterflies, but now they're not sure. And Salty Horse is saying, I want to talk about Spellwood, but not today. I don't have enough time. Got quite a few things to get through. Hexarchy is going to probably take a while to play through, and I'm not sure how much time I want to devote to Void Stranger either, because that's one of those things where people say, well, it's a bit of a slow game, and then you get to some point, and then it's like magic. All right, so I'm going to close down Vivaldi and open up the game. Here we go. Okay, so I couldn't work out how to restart the game, so we just have to go from where I started. There was some lovely little cutscene at the start. But it definitely has this sort of vibe like from oh my god, I've forgotten that game where all the characters are farting all the time, and I had it on my PC for ages. I've forgotten the name of it, honestly. And they whoosh out my head. Right, let's just show you. Salty Horse is not helping. He said Street Farter. That Syntax saying, yes, it does have a very Aussie vibe. Billy Bumbum. Okay, so there's Billy, and that's his bum, and you've got to put it on that hole over there. So obviously, as you move along, the bits disappear that you roll across, and to make sure you rotate into the hole. And it's nice to see that they've speeded up the there was a long period between levels. It was black for a while, and that was one of the issues that just after release, but it's all fixed now. There we go. 2. I think I've done about 2 levels. That's about it. Okay. Okay, so if it's a darker colored cell, then you can go over it twice, I guess. Okay, let's Salty Horse is asking, is it an educational game about potty training? I'm not sure. I think it's about how you can use your bum to rescue your friends. That's basically my feeling about it. You can actually talk to some of the people that you've liberated, I guess, or found. So you can talk to Big Mama with the X key. Happy Grumble. Oh, woo. There you go. But I'll go back to doing puzzles. There we go. Let's zoom out a bit, actually. Let's zoom out. There we go. So there's a lot of levels in this first section. Then we've got the Hills of Billen, and there's another section up there. Popperton Valley. It's actually the first time I moved around and had a look. Tuckus Forest, or Touchus Forest. Cherry Springs. There's a lot of levels in here. Mines of Hintern, and finally the Zadok Complex. Wow. Hello, Greg. Welcome. I'm Joel Goodwin. I don't know if we've ever met before. It is a lot of levels. Okay. Alright, so I guess we got lasers now, and my understanding is lasers should not be fired at the bottom. Okay, you're just stuck now. Maybe if I pass some gas, I can pass that totem's laser. I just need to aim my lovely toot shoot out its eye. Okay, I am totally wrong. I'm totally wrong. You do have to point the laser into the butt, or the butt at the laser. Hintern means behind in Germany. Oh, there we go. Let's just reset. So I need to... How do I get the butt? Oh, there you go. Roll it that way, then over a bit. There you go. Joe joined at the exact point where you have to point the laser at the butt. Yes. Do I have to do it again? Yeah. How do I do it over that way twice? Wow, that is a really powerful fart. I mean, honestly, to knock someone down at that distance. I was literally just playing this game, says Joe. I'm very stuck on a puzzle. Stuck, eh? Hopefully, you'll find some relief very shortly. Right. Oh, I can jump to 8 or go to 4. Let's just go to 4 for now. No, that's zoom, Joel. Laser mooning, says Salty Horse. We're all about the puns today. Okay, so how do we get over this? Oh, okay, it's a block we push. Alright, so there are pushable blocks. So I bet we can't push this that way? Yeah, that's right. That's in the way there. So I guess we just roll this over. Did that roll like 2 spaces? Hang on. It does. It rolled 2 spaces. I wonder if they just roll as far as they can. Wait, so the friends you're rescuing are stuck in your bum. Look, Chrisman, this is not what happened at the start of the game. They were all taken away somewhere, and you have to use the power of gas to free them. That's all I can say. Right. Okie dokie. Alright, so I obviously need to get that block. I got 2 ways of doing it, right? I could put it to here. Then the problem is I can't get my butt facing the right way. But I think I could probably do it this way. There we go. Take that in your face. Bunda means butt in Portuguese too, says Sarah. Awesome. Wonderful. Oh, Syntax is saying it. The cubes roll away forever to escape. Okay, we've rescued somebody. It's Magic Mikey. Billy. Thank goodness you've saved me. I mean, I knew you would, of course. I saw you in a vision sailing in on your magic farts. Sure you did, Mikey. You mean magic, Mikey? Psychic extraordinaire. Well, if you're so psychic, do you know where the rest of our friends are being imprisoned? Oh, yes, of course. I sense that they're that way, or maybe that way. It's very helpful. Damn it, that name's gonna come to me. Salty Horse Pony, we are learning so much today about how you say but in various different languages. So I'll go for 6. Then we'll obviously have a go at 7 and 8. Wow, that was a pretty hard 4. It's nice that it shows you your orientation after the moves. I'm just playing to see. The only thing is I could do with the butt being... I want a yellow circle or something to show me where the butt is, rather than remember the big orange bit was where the butt sticks out. Right, what do I need? I need to... Is that block actually going to be useful? Yes, it is. Okay, I've got to move this block across to block the other block as I move it across. Like that. And I can push it sideways. Right, let's have a go at 7. Alrighty. Okay, so there's a lot of... We've got 2 blocks to get in there. So it looks like we have to push... I mean, it looks like we'd have to just push this one over, right? And then the other one... So if I want to do that, I'm going to have my butt facing... this way to the bottom. I really have to think more about how I'm gonna... Yeah, see, that's right, but as soon as I move, it'll end up... I need one more movement that way. Syntax is saying I'm about halfway through, and this does get very complex by great level designs and mechanics. Knowing how to use a 2x2 square for rotational puzzles is one of the harder concepts in tile games, but the added elements in the levels make this fun to play. I feel like I'm already stuck. So I come to this point, and then you've got kind of 2 moves, and I'm doing that, right? I'm pushing that across. And if I go this way, then yeah, I mean that's it, right? Because I can't get to the exit. But then I feel like I've got like limited moves. It's like, what do I do here? I can go that way, and I get blasted, and then I can go this way, but I can't free my butt. Let's see. So only move, no other move. Then we have a decision point. Could it be pushing that down there? I don't know if this is gonna work. What? My butt's in the right place, and so is my heart. Okay, let's see what this happened. Oh, you can push 2 blocks at once. Syntax saying, seriously, it quickly gets very complex. Cheeky Bumbum, says Greg. Okay, let's go and zip over to 8 over here. Oh. Oh my god. So many lasers. Okay, so the problem here is going to be just orienting your bottom. What do you mean G? What does G do? I see. Oh, sorry, it's behind my head. The keys are behind my head, and one of them is a G. Oh, okay. You can add a grid if you need it. Right, so I think we're going to have to obviously go this way. Now we need to have the butt facing right in its face. And then we need to do this roll here. Right in its face. And then, is it like... Nope. Oh, okay. If you once you farted, you can't face away. Okay. All right. So I think it's no, it's not. I obviously haven't got the hang of this yet. That's not right, Joel. I feel like I'm... So it's got to be from this point, unless I'm supposed to go like that, but... No, see, I don't think I can... Oh, I can. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can get the butt in the right place. Yeah, there we go. Whew. So, Joe is saying the lasers act as a really nice orientation check, making sure you're in the right orientation, which comes in really handy in more complex puzzles. It's interesting that they seem to be obstacles, but they're actually helpful in getting you lined up properly. I'll look at 9. Yeah, I feel like I'm still just going through I'm going through the motions at the moment. You know, I'm kind of like, oh, that doesn't work. I'll go back a bit and try something different. I don't think in my head has quite yet realized how to kind of move myself into a position I want. I'm like back and forth a bit. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So my feeling is I'm supposed to block this one. And that's why there was a double block, so I could do that loop around. There we go. Thank you, Crispin. You're not thinking with farts yet. I wonder how Mikey's been holding up. Maybe I should check in on him. Why? It just highlighted the F in the corner. It's behind my head. If you press F, you get the conversational dialogue. Magic Mikey is there. How's it going, Mikey? Ah, Billy. As it was foretold, I saw in a vision that you were going to talk to me today. Yes, and I'm now sensing that you want to ask me about my favorite book. Actually, just wanted to say hello. Well, I'll tell you. I was reading the most fascinating book while I was imprisoned, Palm Reading 101. What's palm reading? Where's this going to go? A whole new way to tell the future, Billy. You can answer the big questions of the universe just by looking at some lines. Weird. How do you do it? Especially as you have no palms. That's the demanding part I don't know. I've misplaced the book, and I'll never know how it ends. I thought you were psychic. Can't you just use your fortune telling to know the ending? Go away. Right. 10. Okay, so... I need this block to get to the exit. Oh, I'm not pressing the right key. I want to undo that. No. There we go. That's that in your face. And now I have to do the same thing. No, that's not going to work, y'all. Get your butt sorted. Does that work? No, it does not. I'm in the completely wrong direction here. There we go. I really wish I was really thinking rather than just trying out different directions. Now I have to turn around again. Like that. There we go. I'm not sure I like the sound. Couldn't get up to the dragon, I had to fly him off. Let's try jumping. Damn it, what was that game? Oh my god. By the guy who did Katamari. Where they had all these characters and you could move in different seasons. Wattam! Thank you, Greg. Someone was able to tell me. Wattam. It immediately made me think of Wattam when I opened this, because it has like all the characters are farting all the time and they're all giggling, and there's a very similar kind of vibe. Bottom, says Salty Horse. Thank you. Right, let's try 16. Let's go for it. Oh, okay. All right. So we've got to get... Butthouse, yes. Well, obviously I got to get a block down the bottom there. Down the bottom, it's at the top. I mean, I gotta get a block just in front of my character there, Billy. And to do that is obnoxious. How am I going to do that? Okay, I feel like I need to push both these blocks down. Like that. Ah, but the problem is I can't get... And I was thinking, I'll just show you. That then I would just go behind the other one, but I obviously used up way too many spaces to do this. So maybe I have to do this one first. It doesn't look right. Look at that, it's rubbish. Salty Horse asking if you can play with other characters, but Joe is saying he doesn't think you can. And he was a bit surprised by that, unless he missed a way to do it. Syntax agrees, and it's typically not implemented in a fun way. By half through this one, you've forgotten how to play soccer band instead of expert at going around corners efficiently instead. Talk about this level. There's one square you can do twice. I wonder. So, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Like, I can't get back around. I mean, it's great I can do it twice. What do I want to do? How do I want to do this? See, this block is this one at the bottom here is really bugging me. Like, I'm supposed to do something there. No. No. See, I have no ability to go twice around here, so this is... Maybe it's like that? Let's roll that across. But is our butt gonna be in the right position? Oh god, please let this... Yes! There we go. And that is what we call the fart of victory. Oh, I can go to the new section after this. I was thinking I'll just do one more level, but if I can go to the new section, maybe we'll do this one and then have a look at the new section. If I can do it. Well, thank you, Billy Bumbum. Let's see. You know what? The door just went. Give me 1 second. There's no one else here. I'm gonna be back in one moment. Hello, I'm back. Yes, it was actually the postman bringing me post and asking me to sign for everything. So, yeah, complex. What do I want to do here? Oh, you know, the way that your path suddenly degrades, like as you move. I always think that it's a very interesting mechanic because degrading environments really help restrict your possibilities. Saying that, you can still get kind of completely bamboozled by what feels like complexity. The puzzle that Joe just did took 35 minutes, but it was a neat puzzle. Okay, so I think I have to do that. I mean, I don't know. We're just seeing how this goes. Yeah, I think we push that all the way down. So it allows us to push the other block down and work around it like this, I think. Okay, so the only issue is whether the butt's going to be in the right place. There we go. Okay, rescued Pyramid Dude. Alright. Oh, okay. Oh, cutscene. Oh, those are the bad guys. That's got an eye on it, that hill over there. Alright. Joe's saying the game is very kind. If you've reached the goal, you're almost always in the right orientation. Okay. Right. Let's see the first level of the next section. Well, these look like conveyor belts. Oh. Alright, it's more of that's interesting. Because I imagine that's likely... I want to see the other one. What happens if I go on this? Oh, it does push me all the way to the end. Okay. They're launchers. Okay. I guess this is necessary to get your... get your butt in the right position, I thought. There we go, right in the hole. Honestly, when they get rescued, they don't look entirely happy that it was through the medium of farts. It's a little bit of, oh, what? Well, okay, so that was Billy Bumbum. We will stop going through Billy Bumbum there. Going through Billy Bumbum really does not sound right. Let me just dump in a link for you. So... there we go. Let me go on my loading screen so I can just do this. So yeah, that came out for Windows this month. So it just got released. But yeah, it looks like a fun puzzler. I mean, we had quite a bit of fun there. I know these are kind of the early levels, and it's going to get more complex. It's quite obvious. It was already starting to push. Yeah, push hard. Push that butt hard. Right, I think it's time to move on to Void Stranger. So after the colourful world of Billy Bumbum, we are now going to have the monochrome world of Void Stranger. Press the button. Here we go. I do not want to access the Steam community while playing. I have the Thinky community. Okay, I haven't actually played a single level of this. So, these are the controls. Hold down Z there. Move on. And I'm going to have English. Would you like to choose your settings? No, we've already done that many times. Hello, Disangra76. Welcome to the chat. Are you ready? Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm good. I'm ready. Engrave your brand. I guess I'm just... There we go. It looks like Electron Dance. There you go. Yes. All done. Christmas saying, do not make a swastika. Absolutely. Okay, so that's definitely Earth, I think. How can you say it's definitely Earth? Follow that up with, I think. That didn't look good. But isn't that the studio's avatar? I just got an achievement. Pendant, an important wedding gift. Void Stranger Grey. Okay. Syntax saying, and that's our wedding's end. Okay, so we dropped in. Is that hit points down the bottom there? 7? Behind my head, by the way, it says B001. Interesting. It's got a grid, but your movements are not like tied to a grid. The mural is filled with inscriptions. Deciphering them seems like a futile effort. I guess it looks a bit like a map though, doesn't it? Okay. Well, there's just one way out, I guess. Down the stairs. Well, hello, okay. This is B002. Okay, I just added the altar there. You acquired a strange rod. Simply holding it makes you feel uneasy. Something is wrong. Okay, so if I press Z now... Well, not out a hole, but it doesn't work a second time. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Christmas just pointing out that you're now bound to the tiles. So I can pick up one tile and move it. Oh, I just walked off the edge there. I've fallen. Somehow I thought I wasn't going to fall off. Hello. Is this your first time here? Yes. What do you answer? Yes. I thought so. I've been following your journey so far. It's been a short journey. Well, from my point of view anyway. You must be really determined to have come to this place willingly. Unfortunately, determination will only get you so far. Especially now that you're dead. Tell me. You still wish to continue? What is your resolve? Wish to continue. Christmas saying I hadn't seen this yet. No one dies this early, normally. What to do? No one can cheat death. But there's one trick you could try. If you eat something here, you'll become a part of this realm. Then you'll be able to roam these halls to your heart's content. It just so happens I've got this fruit with me. Would you like to eat it? What will you do? I'll eat the fruit, I guess. Great. I'm so glad I was able to help you. Hopefully you'll find what you're looking for. I'll leave you to it. Why does that feel like a decision? Okay, I'm Zing it. Really seems like a really hard fruit. I'm gonna Z a lot. I'm going to press Z many times here. You ate the whole fruit. Oh, could I have stopped? Its taste is foreign to you, yet the pulp is surprisingly sweet, if bitter. Probably should have peeled it before eating it, though. Did I have that choice? Oh, Syntax says, the game actually shuts down if you say no. It's definitely a decision each step. Solly Horse making the recommendation, do not eat fruits from strange creatures in dungeons. Didn't know the One Piece Netflix looked like this, says Intercroissant on his their first chat. Okay, so I was just curious whether I could, you know, actually you could actually, could you actually reach the other side? Oh, come on. I know I'm supposed to go. Can I just go? Just in case? No, I can't do anything up there. Like, ah. No, I've done it again. Oh my god. Christmas says, I played Street of Rage and ate boiled chicken I found in the trash. The dungeon fruit is nothing to me. Sangra says, would have been great if it had worked. I would have liked that if I'd found something on the other side. You can pull back when you start going over the edge and not force Syntax. I'll have to try that next time. Okay. Okay, the rod doesn't do anything there. Can I... Oh, okay, so the rod opened the chest. You've acquired a locust idol. It looks rather tasty, actually. I don't like the idea of that. Who knows? Maybe it'll come in handy in the long run. Why is that rock there? What's going on here, game? Can't do anything with the rock. Oh, I just pressed enter. Resume memories. Settings, quit game. That's interesting. Very nice graphics. Lo-fi, but very effective. Intercroissant saying, definitely getting some Fire and Ice Solomon Key vibes from the aesthetic and mechanics. Let's... Oh, okay. I need another piece there. So, because I can't change direction. Let's open this. Okay, 2 locust idols. What is another one of these here? Right. What's that? Something I can't get past. This is so I pick that up. Oh no. Do I have to open it from the other side? Okay. Okay, let's just go around here. There we go. A third locust idol. Okay, so I guess this is tricky. And I can go up like that, I guess. I feel like this is not quite... Just need to get underneath the idol. Okay, I can dig down like that. It's an interesting mechanic. There we go. 4 idols. I guess the idols... I mean, at this point, you'd be thinking more like they're collectible at this point, but they're optional. Okay. Okay, so there's a rock, and if you push it, it just rocks. All right, so it was hiding the stairs. So they just move one space at a time. Okay. All right, so I can't fill that hole, but I think that's... I want to fill that hole to get around that way. So if I do that, then you got a 4x4, which is classic. Wait a second. Resume. It just occurred to me. I don't feel like I have an undo. Is that undo? Okay, let's push that up there again. Right. So B008. If I push that down instead like that, that's the way to do it, obviously. There we go. Okay, so I can just push that off, right? Push this off too. And there's another one of those, that black shape over there looks like some sort of statue. I didn't really think too much about this. I just followed the path it seemed to be laying down for me. Oh. Ah, no. I tried to go back. Oh. Christmas pointed out I've lost a cricket. Lucas by falling into the hole. Oh my god. What the hell happens when I run out of the idols? Is death for real? Or is it time for more fruit? To figure out how to get around here. It's interesting how much you have to go around. Yep, give me that idol. Oh, hold on. Christmas saying, oh wait, you didn't lose one now? How odd. Syntax saying, when playing these first levels, I was always worried that vertical gravity would kick in. Right. Oh my god. This reminds me of the last level of my own soccer band game, The Citadel. Right, so I'm guessing push forward. Or Christmas saying maybe it's because of the fruit. I can of course just exit. Well, that's rubbish. Yeah, I managed to get access to the side, but that's not what you need. You need to be in the bottom. This is what I think when I hear the word soccer band sits into croissant. You know what? I'm giving up on that one. Okay, in the hole you go. Got a snake down there. I guess that's foreshadowing. Oh, it is turn-based as well, so I don't have to rush. Right. I'm hoping it's going to go all the way. Now, I think I pick up a hole. Pick up a hole. I block that. Now we can just wait, I guess. Oh, I can't zap it with the wand. With the rod. Alright, there's something else up there. Okay. How many holes does it take to fill 2 holes? Sorry, I'm just going to be saying the names of old games I'm reminded of all stream. If I fill that in, yes, it can come straight at me. Turns around. Get another idol. Moment, it's just more of a case of just waiting them out, up and down. There we go. I haven't actually checked whether these things actually kill me, of course. Turns around and I can grab it. Grab this space from underneath it. Turn around so I can put the hole, fill the hole. E016. Okay. Feels like I want to block that. Maybe I should just do that. Nothing else on the screen, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that guy's going to come up and down. That's going to be... If I go right, it'll go up. And then I'll go left, back to where I am, and it'll turn around. Oops. I just touched it. Go to the Necrodancer, says Antiquason. Enter to wait. Oh, I can just move up and down. You can walk into walls to pass the turn, which is says Bockengro. Come on. So we'll grab that, put that there, so we can come around here. Okay, we've got another thing. Well, Dead's doing nothing. Okay, it's acting very much just like a boulder. Oh, no! No, that's not what I wanted to do. I need to... What do I want to do here? If I move there, it's going to turn around. And there's no way I'm going to be able to... How do I get that one? I can obviously trap it, but... Wow, this is, Implicit Metroidvania, says Interquasson. Yeah, I get the feeling there's stuff you can do in this game which you don't know you can do until later. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, that doesn't help, does it? And I've got nowhere else to put that block anyway. Look at that. I mean, look at that. If I go around... It's not going to make any difference, right, this thing. The lion must be helpful. That's what I'm thinking about. Oops. There's two things I want to try. I want to try pushing the line into it. Okay, there we go. Pushing the line into it works. Actually, I didn't know it was a lion. I'm saying lion because Syntax said it was a lion. Yes. As Zara is just saying, is that a lion? I can only see a bust of some 19th century magistrate. I think, I'm not sure what I saw. I'm just following the chat. If someone says lion, that's a snake, right? We're going to go with that. That's a snake. My head's in the way of this a lot. Okay, so... There's that other... It's up there again, that particular statue. Right, come on. Come on, snake. Right, let's push that down there. Okay. I can't push against wall here to pass a turn. I'm gonna grab that. Up and down. Oh, we've got quite a few things to fill. And then one more. Cross. Okay, I've appeared in the right behind my head. That's gonna turn around. That's going to help. Interesting. Okay, this is going to... Oh no, I need to put that... I need to make it go all the way across. That will be much easier. Oh my god, it's getting a bit more tricky. Maybe I can trap... No, I need to expand the first one, I think. There, put that back in. Take that out so I don't have to worry about that guy. There we go. Well, there we go. That's all there is to it. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to take that out and put it back in. I love the way it's like they puts that little corridor down the bottom there. You can have a go, see what happens. A great mechanic, says Syntax, in this is the lack of turning without moving. Very reminds me of roguelikes. But then again, okay. Oh, I can just put that there, can't I? I can just go around here. It's like a big screen for actually a very simple exit. Maybe that's the whole point to fool you. Or maybe one of these bullets is a secret. Okay, this is just weird now. Okay, game. Right, like, there's... What's going on here? Why is there nothing in this screen to do? Pregnant space, says Greg. There you go. That's what it is. I don't know. Recovering these corners is actually a little bit of effort. I feel it's important. So can I make a full square in the middle? Is that like what I'm going to try to do here? Let's just see, shall we, game? I have done nothing. I admire your approach to this room, Sir Syntax. This is a true master problem solver. I mean, I got all the corners, but I don't feel like I know what to do with them. There's no kind of pattern that makes sense here that would be, you know. Oh yeah, that's what I should do. Well, yes, as Greg says, much tidier now. Maybe have to bring a floor from above, says Greetings Car. Oh god, I hope not. That would be awful. Crispin says if there's no puzzle here, I'm going to create one. You know what? Let's test that, right? I'm going to pick a piece up and see if I can carry it into the next room. Let's see what happens. No. It's gone. No, that was not the solution to that room, if there is a solution indeed. Okay, so... No. It's very interesting that this is still here. These statues. What do I want to do here? Just go down? Is that what I want to do? Just... Oh, I can't do that. I can't just go down. I'll just go into the stairs. If I go to the bottom right, I'll hit the stairs and I won't be able to get to the chest. That means the only way through is here. How the hell do you do that? Is it perfectly timed? Oh, Crispin saying, remember that symbol you had to create the beginning. Sorry, I missed that suggestion. No idea if this is right, but it needs to play a role at some point, I think. Maybe I was supposed to make the symbol or something like that, but I'm not sure how that would have worked. Maybe if you tidy the room. Says Syntax. So I can go there. I can't see that. I can't turn right. So I can't do anything with spaces anyway. I'm not even sure how I would do that. Man. It's very interesting because it feels like there's a lot in the game where it's just like, yeah, I mean, don't have to worry about this. That room was empty because it was Sunday. Lots of theories going on here. And I can't do anything with a boulder either, right? I mean, I can't get it... Nope. Alright, we're just gonna have to... I could not see that one. Why is there a whole section of the room on the left here? Stop doing this to me, game. Crispin says some mystery to the boulders. He has theories. Let's open this up. Why is there a section of the room over there? Come on, man. It's a good RNG. Syntax 753. Okay. I feel like it'd be more helpful if I do that. That out. Getting lower. Pretty good. Okay, I can just fill that up now. Christmas realized you don't have a thing he had. I don't have a thing he had in his playthrough. No idea why, and he blames the fruit. So it's amazing. Oh, I'm carrying something. Oops, I messed that one up. Let's put this down. Okay, and then I can... Oh, if I want to get to the chest. Oh, God. If I want to get to the chest, I'm going to have to go at the bottom underneath where I am now and go across. There's no way to get to that. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Possibly easiest chest yet in Greetings God's opinion. Oh, I need a hole. Grab a hole. Fill it in. Oh. Oh no. Kirsty's not on top of chest spanning arms. I think I'm much more nervous now of dying. Alright? Just gonna put that out there. This is a lot more hairy right now. Right. Okay. Alright, just a little bit scared at that point. What is that? Why is Crispin saying wait? I'm not waiting anymore. Let's have a think. Oh my god. I have a feeling I have to save that person. And the quickest way is that. I have to save the snake from that defenseless woman. Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah, I don't want the snake to do it. How many people have done that, right? So many people must have done that. Well, can I die and do it? I'm gonna try and die and do it again. No, it's, oh god. It's Syntax 753 says I let the snake eat it. Patchua says I definitely heard about this happening. Yeah. Well, I was like so pleased I'd solved the puzzle. And then boost. Yep. All right then. Yeah, let's. Don't know why there's block off there. Oh. If I push the tree, will I push it into the chasm? The good news is, okay, if I was just pushing it. If I Z it, lone birch tree stands in the void. This area feels safe, and since you've been traveling for quite some time already, would you like to rest for now? Rest, yes or no? Greetings, Gar saying, if you push the tree, can you make a raft? I don't know. Does it mean rest? Or does it mean like quit the game? Let's rest. Slowly, surely. Dreams embrace you. Okay. Yes, it stopped the game. Very good. Sleep and dream of the manslaughter you just committed. Says Intercroissant. What? What is going on? Okay. Oh, now we're into moving around not on grids anymore. What the hell is this? I said, Lady Grey. Thank heavens you've arrived. The princess, she's out of control. I guess that's the princess on the other side. Please do something. You're our only hope. It hurts. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. What is this? Oh, is it like it's like an animal on its back and its head is to the right, like with with the ears. It's the ear flicking there, and tail up on the front left. That's what I'm seeing. The air is full of menace. You enter the room fearlessly. I didn't talk to that person on the other side. Okay. With the hair strands sticking out of the helmet. It's funny, this is like, oh, cute, we got people to talk to, and now suddenly it becomes strangely ominous. Okay, at least I'm opening the curtains. There's something on the bed. Prepare to die. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Princess's wrath looms upon you. That had like 9,000 hit points. I can attack, defend, or check. Check. One of the princess's many tantrums. Princess's wrath lashes out. Hag. I lose 1 hit point. What happens if I attack? Oh, defend. You steal your resolve. Oh. Princess's wrath lashes out. Not fair. So can I keep on defending? Would that actually work? You steal your resolve. Go jiggle elsewhere. Let's try check one more time. Is it just going to say the same thing? One of the princess's many tantrums. Yes, it is. Princess Wrath is readying an all-out attack. Do I attack or defend? I'm going to just try defend. Go on. You steal resolve. Princess Wrath is going berserk. Or booby monster. Let's try attack. See what happens. You take a jab at the princess. King me pain in the bottom. Oh, 100. Well, that makes it just like Princess's Wrath is exhausted. Now is your chance. Attack plus. You take a jab at the princess. Insufferable imp. Minus 324. This feels like the kind of thing. Oh, attack plus plus. You take a jab at the princess. Abhorrent aristocrat. So that's what I'm saying, right? I lost another one. Attack. Plus plus plus. Take a bath. I wonder, is it actually combat? Or is it simply my character making verbal jabs? Hand. Go for another. Take a jab at the princess. Royal Rapscallion. I think I need to start defending again. If I defend, what happens? You steal a resolve. Princess Wrath scorns you. Oh, I've lost all my bonus on the attacks. Readying an all-out attack. need to protect against this one, right? Princess Wrath is going berserk. Enough talk already. Okay, time to attack, I think. Born in the throne. Let's go for it again. Go for the donkey. Let's keep on going with the attacks. I think I gotta just defend until there's another... Oh, too bored to continue. This is Final Fantasy all over again. You needed to grind before this fight. Shakes head. You fight like a cow. Where is your fighting spirit? Speak for yourself, Your Highness. Your movement's been rather sluggish today. Even a cow could see them coming. Spoil sport. Well, there you go. That's what you get. Thanks. It was starting to get really boring without you around. I'd wager the guards beg to differ. Always the same thing with you. I leave for a few days and all hell breaks loose. Those bumbling idiots are no fun. And a few solid hits and they immediately scream for their lives. That know-it-all Four Eyes is no better. And Princess, you mustn't kick the poor guards around. Time to take your bath, Princess. And remember to change your underwear daily. Lady Grey will be very mad at me if you don't obey. You even dared to imply I might smell. Princesses don't smell, poor knave should be grateful. He gets to be within my royal ambience. The ambience in this room is certainly that of royal proportions. Interquasson is saying, so you're just playing a different game now? I guess I am. Welcome. Anyway, his ass is grass. Next time I see him. Language, indeed. Sorry, I meant arse. That's better. You can't keep playing your childish games forever. I need to stop playing Void Stranger. We need to move on to Hexarchy in a second. This country expects a lot from you, and so does His Majesty. Not interested. How about we jump this ship and run away, just you and me, so we could do whatever we like wherever. Here we go again. I'm serious. What's holding us? Or maybe you just don't want to go with me, is that it? That's not the point. Then what is it? This is a very long dialogue, that's what it is. Syntax saying, I never got this far. Failed eating the fruit, died 4 times before I knew I had a wand, did not rest and got killed by angry princess. The world is much, much greater than either of us. We must be able to put our petty wants and needs aside in order to fulfill our responsibilities. I'm sure you understand this, Your Highness. No. No, I really don't. I'm here, little imp. We're going to get through this dialogue where it kills us both. Let's try to make sense of that hair of yours. Okay. But after that, we'll have a rematch. See about that. You really could use a bath, though. Watch your mouth. Okay, we are back. So I'm just going to move off this screen. The tree has withered. Better move on. Okay. Let's just see the next screen. Okay. There seems to be another mural up there. Yeah. I need to push that. If I push all the way at the top, it's just getting in the way, so... Oh, man. Oh, I can push that. That's interesting. The magistrate, can it destroy rocks too? Christman is asking. I know it's a long way to get that across, though. I feel slightly in trouble. Okay. Damn. That's not going to help. I'm not making any progress here. I have this problem where I can't seem to go up and I can't get in this middle row. What happened to sailing away with the princess? Asked Syntax. That wins the game surely. Now I'm totally screwed. Well, on room B029, we will leave Void Stranger, and it is very stranger. I'm obviously going to have to restart this level by falling off a ledge. Whoa. What's that? What's going on? What was that about? Oh, I just loved like, oh, Bock and Grow saying it's just telling you the exit is under there. Okay. Well, it's always something new in this game for everybody watching the game who's actually already played it. There we go. Right, we will leave the Void Stranger there. Well, that was very interesting. I'm gonna have to play some more of that in my spare time. So that is Void Stranger by System Erasure. Thank you, Ocular, for saying thanks for playing. I think Syntax saying I think Bock and Grow is in on this. It's only for Windows, I believe, but it's been out on Steam this month, so I'm definitely going to carry on with that off stream. Right. Greetings, Scar saying this game definitely feels like one where waiting real time will make something happen. It does, doesn't it? Just going to close it down now. End it. Oh God, I held down ESC to escape, and it just had a bar at the bottom. It said "end it all," and it filled up. Intercrossman says seems like Frog Fractions, the anime logic puzzler visual novel. Right, Hexarchy, which I thought was going to be the long game today. So Hexarchy is not actually out yet. It's in the final playtest. It's supposed to be out on October the 19th. I saw it at WSD 2 weeks ago, and they kindly gave me a press key, and I did actually want to play this. It's actually quite complicated, so don't expect me to explain everything. It's called a 4X deck management game, so it feels quite thinky to me. So let's go for single player. We'll just jump straight into a skirmish. And you can choose, you know, various empires, countries, nations that you want to represent. I'm just going to go with Greece. That's the one I know. I've played it a few times, failed several times, and I actually did beat it in the end. We'll just start going with Greece. There are a lot of things to be aware of in this game, and I don't know if I've really got everything pinned down yet. There's a lot. Okay. It takes a while sometimes to get from screen to screen. Okay, so Greece. So you got your hand. You've got 5 cards in it. That's not your entire deck. That's just you have 5 cards in any turn. So this is a 4X game. You have to expand, get resources, also maybe defend, and also maybe attack other nations, and they're all AI in this game. So these are the cards in my hand at the moment. Sorry, my head's in the way. I feel like I'm gonna have to move my head. Let's see if I can move my head around. Where do I want to put my head? Hang on a second. Let's try moving me here. That might work. Now you'll always have your capital city. You've got to put that down. You always have it in your hand first. At least I have in the games I've been playing. So you've got to put that somewhere. And so when you pick it, you can put it somewhere in the hexes where you start. It gives you some recommendations. And I guess I'm just going to choose this one by the sea. It's better not to be in the middle of land somewhere, but I guess we're so close to the edge anyway. Okay. So I have put my capital city here. It doesn't look like much, but there's Athens. Now you can see there's the green bar there, which is food. And at the bottom there's a yellow bar, which is happiness. And so you'll get a certain amount of food every turn depending on the resources available to you. So if you get enough food that fills up all 3 bars there, then the city will expand and get bigger. If it gets down, then there's famine and your city will shrink. Now the yellow at the bottom, if your city isn't happy, then they will not be gathering resources efficiently. You just won't get everything that's available for you, which can be a horrible feedback loop. If they're not happy, then they don't produce as much, which means they will get more and more unhappy. You can found more cities than you will need to because it gives you more resources. Basically, your main action unit is the hammer over here. So I'm getting 5 for my city every turn at the moment. And you can see the costs on all these cards. This one has 1 hammer. This one has 2 hammers or 1 science. And this one is 3 hammers and 3 gold or 1 horse. And then over here with the breakthrough, which will give you 1 to 2 science resources. This is a special card for Greece for 1 hammer. Let's just do that. So I'm just gonna, that doesn't have to go anywhere, but you just have to bring it up and use it. There we go. So I've got used that 1 hammer and now I've got 1 science. You can trade. This is all that's available at the moment. Marble, I really don't want that. And you will sell stuff as well. You'll actually be trading with the direct market, but there are other nations and you are trading with them. They'll actually put out stuff on this market. And it depends how far away they are, how much it will cost to trade. I can barely see anything in the map at the moment. Null Pointer Game says, that's what's happened to me too. Food equals expansion. It's very good, yes. It all makes sense. My Athens is doing better than London so far, says Syntax. 753. I guess the ox is defense, as no one would covet it. So what do we got? We got these. Let me just zoom in a little bit. We've got in our city, we've got 5 hammers. We've got 1 gold, 2 food, and that's culture. The more culture you have, the happier your people are. So you want to have culture and also buy luxury goods. But I'm in such an expansion phase at the moment. Strength is something you give to a unit. We don't have any units at the moment. And charge is also something you do to a unit. So it will make a unit automatically attack after they move. Normally, it's a separate action. They move or they attack. The only thing we can really do here is writing. And this will add new cards to your hand. So it will cost hammers or science. It'll default to science. I haven't figured out how you make it choose one or the other. I really searched for this the other day. So if I do it, the science will be used. And now it opens up, I have 4 cards to choose from. Which one of these are going to go into my hand? So there's mathematics, which will give me access to a bunch of new extra things. Then we've got tactics, more cards. Again, all of these are... Well, these 3 are all adding access to more cards in the tech tree. And this one is actually a building which will produce science and culture. If you want to see the tech tree, it's pretty big. There's a lot in it. I can't say I remember much of it. I'm just letting my heart, guide me. Eventually, there are at the bottoms at tech trees, there are wonders are available, which are very important buildings, which give you points and stuff. And I can have bonuses. So I'm going to go for the library. Tech tree has both blue and orange colors. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it does. So blue, let's have a look. I think blue is just like they deliver other cards, while I think orange are just like that's a card you can put in your hand and keep. Or the blues are just access to, you know, other cards. So I'm going to take the library. And we'll put this down in Athens. Alright, so it's a pity I couldn't get more there. It's told me it's the end of my turn because I have no hammers left. I've got nothing to spend. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it is the end of your turn. Sometimes there are things you can do. You see this down here? You can burn cards for a bit of gold. You can just drag cards over and they will be taken from your deck and lost. You can actually spend gold drawing an extra card if you want, as we've only got 1 gold at the moment. Show resources. Also, notice there's there's this coin image here, and that's basically your people working the land, and you can move them about. I haven't done too much of this, of moving the coins about, and you get more the bigger your city gets. So let's just leave my turn there, end turn. And now the computer's all doing their stuff. Okay, these are the cards. Let's just... So, when you get when your city gets bigger, or is it more culture, your area starts to expand naturally. So, I've got, like, I own these hexes now. So, you can see in here, there's gems here. If you have a mine, you could get the gems. Here is cow food. But you can only get that if you put a pasture card down. So if I've got no additional food here. So I got food at the end of the turn, and that was enough to make the city expand. Everybody's still happy at the moment. So I can now spawn a warrior, a settler, and you need a settler to make another city. A settler will allow you to expand the influence of your region, of course, and will also give you more hammers having another city. Animal husbandry. So it's a technology. You can see it says cards added. That will just give me extra cards. There's the pasture card we saw just now. Sorry, there's the pasture which was recommended just now to get the cows. So let's do that. Let's get the access to the pasture card. That just cost me 1 science to get this out. So there you go. So I've only got 5 hammers. Do I want to put a pasture down or get a settler? Oh, firewood. A firewood card, the only thing it's good for is for burning. And if you burn it, you can get, as you can see, 2 hammers and 1 science. So maybe I can do all of these now I want to do. So let's put down the pasture here. Now I've got some food. Which I can add directly to the city. Or I could actually sell it. Oh, someone's got deer here. Deer is a food. Tell you what, I've got 2 gold. I'm going to do that. Let's see. I'm going to put 1 food in there now. And I reached the target, so that the city instantly expanded. And now they need more food, but they're still happy. It's telling me food to grow 9. I'll have +7 in the next turn. Let's get a settler out as well, so we can try and find another city. Now it thinks there's nothing I can do. What I could do is I can save a card for next turn. You see, I could do this. Put it into the chest here. You can do this for 1 card if you want to, maybe play it next turn. But this chest here, which has only got, says 2 of 3, it's got limited space, and all your resources that you've saved, like if I hadn't put the food, if I hadn't eaten the food, then that would have been stuck in that chest. The 2 food would have been sitting there. with the science, with this card. So anything over the limit will just automatically be put on the market and sold. Let's keep the warrior out. I won't want to put that, put out a warrior for next turn. Let's go. Food and science. I'm getting the science because of the library. Okay, so what we got here? Agriculture, woodworking. These are technologies which will give access to other things. Fishing. Scout. Scout's great. Scout can run very fast and show you what's going on elsewhere on the map. All right. 6 hammers, because I've expanded a little bit, I guess. So, so there's a settler here, and it's recommended me put the settler here or here. I'm going to go up here, I think. So I've selected the settler. You see, I'm going to right click here. Now, they just walked all the way there. A lot of the characters don't have as much movement capacity. Like you'll get an archer can only move about 2 spaces. And also if the terrain is tough, they won't be able to move very far at all. Like going through hills, they might just like go 1 space. Right, so I can't do anything with the settler this turn. They did the journey, and the next turn I'll be able to found a city there. Let's get a scout out as well. That would be useful. But I can't do anything this turn. Let's make a warrior as well. Oh, can't do it. Why couldn't I do it? I think it's because you can only like kind of make a character or build on a city in 1 turn. Unless you've got an upgrade for your city. Okay, let's get the fishing technology out then. Let's go for a fishing hut, which will allow us to start getting food from the sea. Crab, whale, pearls, and crabs add yield ×1. I don't think there's anything else. There's no cool stuff in here. You see the whale over here? That gives you a luxury good, and that makes everybody very happy. You know what? I'm just going to put a fishing hut there. Is that sign icon an up dog? I think that just represents my my scout. It's a scout icon. So, do I want to have woodworking? I've only got 1 hammer left now. Or agriculture. You know what? I'm going to go for the agriculture. And I'm going to pull up the hanging gardens, which is a wonder. So, I'm not going to be able to do that yet. I'll need 2 hammers and 2 stone, or 6 hammers and 4 gold. Honestly, I find stone really hard to get it. I'm sorry, I didn't fall for null pointers joke. Okay. That's all I can do. I think I've got food. If I just keep hold of the food. No, I can expand 1 more time. Yeah. Let's end the turn there. We need to get a scout up, know what's going on around us. Right, got another settler here. Charge, so I can attack after a unit moves if I want to. Mobilize, I can allow a unit that was built this turn to be given orders this turn. So that's how you can build and just move in the same turn. And another, I got the pasture card back up. So let's get this settler up. You can go to the icons here on the right. Sorry, my head's hiding. There's pictures of the cards here. You can select. It'll show you all the cards which are on the space. But often the icon choices are shown on the actual hex for a character that you've selected. So build city. Now I have Sparta. which also has its own food and happiness requirements. So you'll notice that the city is becoming less happy. I gotta watch out for that. Now I can use... Maybe I can put another pasture down here. Put one here. Which one's better? That's 3. It's all kind of the same, really. Right. So I've got some more food, so I can actually big up this city. There you go. Do population growth. Now, if I put one here as well, I can grow that again, the city. Looks like we're kind of well protected around here. All mountains down here. That's kind of impressive. Okay, so I'm going to keep the mobilize next turn. It's not useful right now. Oh, no, I didn't put it in the right place. Let's go for mathematics. Oh, I can't use it. I need 2 science. I don't have 2 science. I can't afford anything. I don't think. Oh, I suppose I could do charge, but that's kind of useless. Alright, it's telling me as well. You see this icon here? It's just reminding me that I haven't moved all my characters. There's 1 left. Scout! So let's send the scout down here. It's showing me how far I can move in 1 turn. If it can't do it in more than 1 turn, you'll see this. It'll suddenly turn into 2 and 3. You'll see it saying 2 and 3. That's how many turns it'll take to reach that destination. So I can't go to the hidden areas, but I'll go down here. Okay, it's not showing me too much because there's hills and stuff. Well, we can just see Mecca for this carrot of this Empire Arabia. So we're gonna end up like how expansion's gonna stop once we get down here. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all we're gonna do. We'll just end there. Yes, that's nothing I can do with the hammers, really. Ooh. That's a settler. They're going to make a city here. See, the flag is a settler. Oh, I've got 6 cards now. Right. Maybe we can do some mining. Because we could get that a luxury. Let's do some mining. Oh, actually, this is just opening technology, isn't it? So, what I really want to do is I want to mine. Let's put a mine here. Gems luxury. Now we can start making them happy with goods. This is Sparta. Attack, says Greeting Scar. How long did that come to appear? I just didn't notice it. Okay, so I can give this gem to the city to make them happy. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the happiness went up a little bit. Let's make Sparta bigger. Oh, you can actually pick up more than one at a time. You don't have to go back and forth. You can go click, click, click. Oh, 4 minutes. Sorry about that. Library. I could make another library on the other city. 1 stone or 4 hammers. Very expensive. Good grief. Tactics. Strength. So let me just pick out the scout here. You see at the bottom right, it has 1 strength. That's a very weak unit. It's like their health. That's basically how strong they are. And when they get injured, it will go down. It'll turn red and start going down. But a scout's got basically no health. I can try to attack the settler that's here. Let me just click on this hex. And that settler's got 1. So there's a good chance I might be able to kill that settler and stop them expanding. What I can do is then use strength on my scout. And now they've got strength 3 and make them attack. And move into its space. The another thing your characters can do, so a scout's good because they actually can like get some local resources. If they're sitting on a hex with some interesting resources, you can use them to and grab those resources. And another thing is, if you're not a scout, other characters like warriors and stuff can actually claim hexes, and you can actually take an opponent's city. If you've got an attacking enemy in your city, suddenly you lose a lot of ability to do stuff. Right. Library, tactics. Let's go for... What have we got here? I can get a temple. Paganism. This gives me some access to other things. It's more technology. Let's go for the philosophy. Oh, it says I've got nothing left. I can't get anything else, I guess. Oh, I could use mobilize. Got nobody to mobilize though. Is there any? Still nothing much down here. I could buy 1 science for 1 gold. Yeah. Let's just buy 1 science. Now. Oh. I seem to have miscounted. I thought I had 1 science already. Yes, good plan. Alright, well I think we'll just leave it there. What can you use gold for? Yeah, sorry, yes, you use it in the market. And you also use it to buy cards if you want an extra card. Oh, what's going on down here? Oh, they sent another scout at me. Let's see what's going on. Maybe I'll just attack the scout. Okay, Templar Diana, woodworking, breakthrough, horseback riding, fishing hut. Okay. So, in the hills here, you can see it says it yields a hammer. I can get an extra hammer if I was to use the scout to get local resources. It can't do that at the moment. I think it's because it's on a sort of cooldown. However, it can attack. So let's have a look here. Got 2 strength against the other scout, which has 1 strength. So let's try that. Okay, won that battle. Just stopping the computer expanding this direction. Ooh, who's over here? Someone else's scout. Or Napoleon, France. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? Can I build the Temple of Diana? I could do it. I could build a temple. I've got enough hammers and I've got enough gold. Where do I want to put it? If you put it too far away from your cities, it may get open to attack. It can be someone could just take it. I'm gonna put it here, but even though it's got stone there, I'm gonna take a risk and put it here. Okay, I built the Temple of Diana. See my victory points going up here. The top left is showing me my victory points. The target is 100, or reaching turn 30 to end this game. Or of course, if you lose, you get wiped out. So that's showing you how far expanded it gives me victory points, how large my population is, how you get points from wonders and from holy sites. Do I have a holy site? Oh, that's a holy site. Claim surrounding hexes when claimed. Okay, I guess I've got it. Right. 1 hammer to get some more science. Get woodworking. Horseback riding. Let's go for horseback riding. It can be useful. And I'm going to get the horseman unit. Oh no, can I get the cavalry? Cavalry's pretty cool. Well, I need a horse. I don't have any horses. So settling an island might give you something like 3 points immediately, says Greeting Scar. Yeah, if you get a holy sites can really like give you a lot. Will suddenly claim a lot of area for you. There we go. Grab that. But I don't know how to get across water. I have never figured out how to get across water in the games I've played. Let's get... Nothing special in these water hexes, so I'm not going to do another fishing at the moment. Let's go for... the woodworking. So let's get the... Let's open the woodworking, and can either do construction accesses, some other bits, or get a archer out of that. Let's go for an archer, I guess. And I think that's pretty much... I'm gonna... We've got food. We've got a lot of food here. Quite a few things on the market now. Let's Oop, no. Get rid of this. Thank you. Oop, I seem to have picked somebody up. Let's give the food here. Right. And I don't seem to have any... I've got a mine here. I didn't get any gems this time around. You can buy luxuries, of course, if you want to. Like I could buy wool here and just give it to my population. So maybe that might be good. It's a very cheap. It's much cheaper luxury. There was only one of it there. I'm gonna buy that. So let's see. I keep Athens happy. Otherwise I won't get all the resources at the end of the turn. I'm gonna buy a little bit more, I think. It's getting expensive. Deer is just food. Let's get the wool. Close. If you can start giving them luxuries after they're fully happy, then you've got chances of extra victory points. So Greeting Scout saying, do I have horses for the horsemen? No, I don't, unfortunately. We'll have to see what happens there. The companion cavalry seem more interesting. Yes, I did a lot of bad work against the other empires with my cavalry last time. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. We'll just leave it there. Maybe I should have kept the archer for next time. I need something that can do attacking and claiming. Oh, here we go. We got another settler coming up. Oh, we've expanded a bit more. Mine, masonry, mobilize, warrior, mathematics. No, okay. So this time, I'm gonna get... I think it's time for a warrior. I'm gonna put them there. I can mobilize them immediately using this. If only I had a horse. Do I have any horses available? Nope, no horses available to buy. Okay, we'll just use the hammers to make them mobile. So, oh, there we go. It showed you for a second the 2 turns. I was wondering why I wasn't showing it. I should have just held down the right button rather than just clicking straight away. So in the next turn, it will try and move. You don't have to take that in the next turn. You can just make it do something else. Mine, mathematics, temple, masonry. Let's go for roads. Reduces movement cost. Roads is another funky mechanic. There's actually implicit costs in having, you know, moving stuff around in in your little empire. And if you add roads, that it increases, it makes it much cheaper. And it's like it's a difficult thing to get. I mean, it's just so many things to juggle. So I could just put down road now if I wanted, but it'll be like between 2 hexes. Do I want to get another mine? I'm going to mine here, right? What's here? Sparta and road. Can't mine that. What's here? No buildings. Hills. That's the Temple of Diana. Yeah, I'm just stuck checking these cell hexes whether there's anything like it's interesting in them. No buildings here. So I can use the scout to just mine. Not mine. Mine's not the right word. Gather resources. But what is in that cell? Grasslands. Looks like it's 3 food and 1 gold if I mined. Or I can just attack the settler. Let's try that. Oh, both died. Well, at least I stopped the computer. It's always important. Okay. We now have access to a catapult or Chichen Itza. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm gonna go for the catapult. Catapults are interesting. They have good. They're good at attacking, but they have to be owned by another unit. If the unit is taken, if an enemy unit just sits in the same text as the catapult, it's their catapult now. So chicken pizza, we'll go with that. Chicken pizza, thank you, into croissant. What are we talking about here? So I have no hammers left. Actually, let's see what we can do with food. Put it on Sparta, we'll grow it a bit more. And we can also grow Athens, 1 more too. More population. Alright. Yeah, I think we just move on. I'll probably stop in a minute. We're obviously not going to finish this game. Is Athens unhappy because they don't have a defending unit or something? It's generally just got to keep them happy with luxuries and more culture. And the bigger it gets, it's harder to keep them happier. My stomach is rumbling as well, by the way, into croissant. Right. Might be time to get another scout out. Let's just do another scout. We don't want a settler. We don't need another library. There's nowhere to put a library right now, right? I think we did a library here already. Oh, we didn't. We could do another library. Is there any stones on the market? Quite a lot of things on there. But no stone. Honestly, stone is like, for some reason, it's the hardest thing to get. Okay, that will give us access to winery or cultivate. I gather you don't like maths, says Syntax. So far, I would say it should have been a prerequisite for all of the expansion. So hoping maths here unlocks one of the Millennium Math proofs if you wait long enough. Well, I am actually a doctor of mathematics, and that's why I feel like I don't need it. You know, I'm kind of already covered there. 4 hammers. I'm gonna. There you are. I'll give Sparta that because it will help them get culture, which should make them happy. I think they're getting very unhappy. Tactics, astronomy. Let's go for this one. So, wow, quite a lot of things to choose from there. Bonus resources, education. I'll go for the education card. That's expensive. Agrarian society. That'll cost 4 hammers. I can't afford it. Let's just winery or cultivate. Add 1 to a farm or more to a winery with this. Let's get a winery. And can I can turn this into a winery. Let's keep education for next time. Can I still make them happy? It's okay, I know you were jesting. I was also jesting. Apart from the Doctor of Mathematics bit. Wool. Do I want to get some? You know what? Oh, that's very expensive luxury. Only silver 5. God, it's expensive because it's so far away. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay. Let me just drop that one here. Now, if you see this, because if they're already maximum happiness, if I give them another luxury, there's a 80% chance to get another victory point there. There we go. We love you. I find that very disturbing, to be honest, but that's what happens. And let's get another. Get the whale. That's another luxury. It's 2 luxury. Oh, I've got 2. I'm going to give them both to Athens. There we go. And hopefully this winery will produce some wine at some point. Right, so end turn. Half a dozen XKCD comics immediately came to mind. Right. Now I've got 7 cards in my hand. As I get bigger and bigger, I can hold more in my hand. But also I did actually park a card, didn't I? Wow, okay. Hunter-gatherers. There's a lot of stuff here. 9 hammers. Uh-oh. Right, well, I can fortify this hex. Or I can attack. Let's see, let's give them strength first. What happened there? It did happen, right? Yeah, okay, there we go, sorry. So now they've got the plus 25 strength boost in the corner of that card, you can just see it. And an archer. The good thing about an archer, they have a ranged attack. They don't actually have to get into the battle. You know, when you're doing a melee battle, you can easily like get killed as well. But an archer is a distant attack. They can actually attack 2 hexes away as well. Okay, so yeah, down with you. Rah. And make another pasture, a warehouse. Add an extra build turn for the city. Remember, we can only build 1 thing. I could only make 1 character. Or build 1 thing. Oh, we got some food here. Let's eat Sparta. I will eat food. It's just kind of like extra food. How does 4 plus 25% make 6? Yeah, I'm not 100% on understanding the maths in some of the decision making you do in the game. There's some of the things that are still very opaque to me, like how culture really works, the road costs and things like that. But I do find it kind of absolutely fascinating. And this is very interesting because I'm not really being bothered by because of my very good position here, I'm not being bothered by the other AI. There's probably all sorts of stuff going on in the rest of the map that I cannot see. And I was, in my previous game that I won, I had a lot of activity going on around with about 3 different empires. They didn't necessarily want to attack. The default position is not to attack, but he needs to establish first anyway. 4 plus 25% time equals 6. 4 plus 25% plus time equals 6. Hexagons do that. What do I want to do? Education, obviously. Right, do I want a great library? Do I want currency? Which is... Or do I want secularism? Which just, these are all leading to other cards. Let's go for... that secularism, and that's only one hammer. So I can actually heal cards which have been injured. Produce 2 cards for improvements or buildings within 3 hexes. And a university which produces science and culture. Let's go for that. Very expensive unless I have marble and stone. I don't have marble and stone. I could make a farm. Why am I getting any wine? I need some wine. I had seen this game's live stream with multiplayer. Is it AI here? Yep, I'm playing against AI. This is a skirmish against AI. So there's it's about 4 different AI out there. We've only seen 2 of them. And you don't know what their points are either. Oh, you know, it's just like, I'm still like not sure. It's not quick for me, the decisions. I'm gonna get a monument. Monument was nice. Let's build a monument somewhere. There we go. It helps with happiness, if I remember rightly. Right, who have I got to move? I made a scout. Let's go down. 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. See, there's the 1, 2 stuff. Let's go here. Okay. Oh, I see there's another place that could be mined over here. Some more luxuries. Alright, it thinks that's the end of my turn. I'll leave that. I think we'll just do one more turn and then we'll call it a day because it's over 2 hours now and my stomach is saying you need to eat. Oh, luxuries, finally. Oh, the luxuries are just absorbed automatically. That's what happened. They went straight in. I saw the luxuries appear. They went straight into the city. Keep everybody happy, I guess. 9 hammers. Okay, so we can get more science. Let's leave that there for now. Let's break open paganism so I can have a berserker, which give a unit a second attack, or a statue of Zeus, which is another wonder. Or military units start mobilize. Oh wow, that's really cool. They could just immediately move as soon as you've made them. I'm having that. Do I have any marble? No. Does anybody else have any marble? There's no marble on the market. What a rubbish market. Construction. Architecture, which opens up some more things you can make. Granary. And fort. Let's go for a fort. I've got a very good defensible position here. Can I build a statue? I could build a statue of Zeus. I'm gonna put it here. Greece builds a statue of Zeus. Now, just to demonstrate, we could just... Oh, I don't have enough to play a card, of course. It's very expensive. Let's get the science. Is there anything here that could be done with science? No. All that science going to waste. Let's do some feeding. Let's put 4 here. Let's get a look at these luxuries. Okay. I'm gonna give... Oh, let's just do 1. Now that maximum. What's the chance of victory point? Only 44% now. Oh, they didn't like me so much. Increase the culture. There we go. Another extra bonus victory point. Let's do it. Give the rest to Athens. Keep them happy. Right, so I'll just we still got 2 pieces that haven't moved, so we got warrior can go down here. Let's go down here. And where's the other character? Oh, it is the scout. Let's have a little look. What's going on then? Let's just have a peek down here. Scouts can't take over cities, but this warrior, if he gets here, I could take the city. Or even better, you get more points if you destroy the city. You get victory points for destroying other people's cities. It's amazing. I'm surprised that's a pleasant reward. Okay, so we see another city here, but that's not their capital city. That's a secondary city. I think there's going to be fisticuffs between these 2 cities at some point. Right, so that's the end of the turn. We can maybe see some action going on. Made an archer, made a settler. Okay. And I would only tend to warn you when the game is going to finish soon, because if it reaches 100 turns or 100 points or 30 turns. Anyway, so that is Hexarchy. And you know, there's a lot in there. Like I said, we didn't really look very much at the workers. See, there's all the workers on the different hexes. This is your population. You can move them around everywhere to research different areas. It should be coming out in 3 weeks' time, and this is the final playtest. So this is pretty much how it is. I feel like the interface is a little bit noisy in some ways, because there is so much to potentially keep track of. But if you kind of you just have to have a go at it. There's a small tutorial, and it takes you through some basics, but it really doesn't explain an awful lot. To be fair, I have been I've benefited from the fact that when I went to WSD. The guy took me through all of the turns. You know, I pretty much followed what he told me to do, and that's how I learned the basics of playing it. And I've done a bit of wiki lookups as well. So that's Hexarchy. So I will just give you the link, and it's coming out on Windows and Mac in 3 weeks' time. I think the demo. I'm not sure. The demo might be downloadable right now. Yeah. Keep an eye out for that. Quite complicated, lots of cards, but it tickles the kind of board game part of my brain. The 7 Wonders. We love 7 Wonders in this house, although we're just playing Pandemic Legacy all this year so far. Syntax says, I would struggle adapting from Civ, but the card-based interface does give it a different strategy. Yes, it does. Also, I played on the AI not being too difficult. So I generally lost, not because I died, but because one of the other AI got to the target before I did. They did better. But anyway, thank you very much. That's this week's stream. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time, and there should be a video popping out sometime in the next few days, which has got 8 games, 2 interviews, something like that. So have a great weekend, and catch up with you in the near future. Thanks, everybody. Here's my button. I never find the button. The buy button.